Hello and welcome to this instalment of Talkin Trim. I'm Jonathon Skinner and today we're looking at a set of fully trimmed front seats for the Jaguar E-Type Series 1 4.2 models. Now those of you familiar with your E-Types will know that the Series 1 and Series 2 with the 4.2 litre engines, the seats did look at a glance pretty much the same, but there were some notable differences related to the frame, tilt recline, headrest and the materials and finish that was used, i.e. embossed pattern, pleated panels, etc., headrest covers, all of that malarkey. But these are the early ones. These are the Series 1 4.2s. So just to refer to a book here, we're talking about these ones here and these ones here, and then these ones here as well. Not to be confused with the much earlier Series 1 3.8, which were a completely different style. They were bucket seats. They looked like an egg. So they were only in the 3.8 models. This is the 4.2 litre models here. Now, it's worth noting, these are the exact ones here. You can see Series 1 4.2s, they tilted forward. They did not recline back, which is the same with these here. They don't recline back. Whereas moving into the sort of Series 1.5, the mongrel car between the Series 1 and the Series 2s, they did start to offer a recline mechanism, which was then further carried on into the Series 2 models. So bear that in mind. And then in terms of the specification of the seat as well, these are kind of OEM spec. So they're what most people refer to as leather, which means that the kind of main bits are leather. So pleated panels on the backrest and the side panels, same on the cushion bases there, and this surrounds here. But this bit here is vinyl. However, on some Series 1 4.2 cars, this piece was sometimes supplied in leather, but for the majority of them it was vinyl, and that did carry on into the Series 1.5 and Series 2s in vinyl. And then the backrests, the back of the backrests. Moquette on the early cars. Moquette's like a short pile wool-based thin carpet-like material that Jaguar used on a lot of their cars. They used it on the XKs, the early E-Types, the Mark IIs, etc. And that was used on the Series 1 4.2s. It's also used on the earlier bucket seats as well on the back there. However, for the Series 1.5s and Series 2s, they started switching to vinyl on the back of them there, but some of the Series 1.5s would have definitely had Moquette. Generally speaking, when you're talking about Series 1.5s, some of the cars left with Series 1 elements to them, some were left with Series 2 elements, some left with a real mixture between the two there. So it's a hard one with Series 1.5 cars, so it's always worth sending us lots of photos for that side of things. But yeah, these are the Series 1 4.2s, and we've done this to OEM specifications for this particular car. So like I say, leather for the seat bases, pleated panel and side bits here, backrest pleated panels and side panels, and then the surround there. We've done this bit in vinyl. Like I say, some Series 1 4.2 cars would have left with leather in this area here, and we do allow for that in our pricing. We have different options in our catalogue and on our website for that element there. And then, as I mentioned, obviously the backrest and the cushion retainers are the Moquette elements here. And in fact, you can see this in this car here. This is Moquette as well on there, tilting. Whereas the later cars, there you are, you've got a bit of vinyl on there instead. We can also offer full leather, not to be confused with what most people refer to as leather, which is this kind of spec. We actually refer to that as leather faced, i.e. the facings are leather. But we also offer a full leather version, which is where we switch out and we don't use any vinyl anywhere. Up to you whether you switch out and use Moquette or leather, should we say, on the backrest if you did want to upgrade. Again, we allow our pricing. We give all the options in our pricing there. But yeah, customer has sent us his original frames, and we have redone everything basically. His frames were in decent condition, so we didn't have to do any work on the actual frames, but we've replaced all of the hardware. So you've got the tacking strips at the base of the backrest down here. We've got the corner woodwork underneath the outside element there. In fact, let's see if I can gently tilt these so we can have a look here. Yeah, there we are. So you can see there's a bit of wood underneath there, which is used to tack there. We've obviously got the replacement diaphragms, replacement foams with the holes in the bottom of them. You're not going to be able to see, but there's a tacking strip underneath here as well. Then inside here, you've got a lumbar strip that goes from side to side, a rubber lumbar strip. And then you've got webbing rings that go there. And then the main padding on there is the rubberized horsehair, as per original for these cars. Some people refer to it as fiber hairs. Rubberized horsehair, same stuff. So we replace all of that. Then we've done the seat covers and fully trimmed them up. So that is a service we offer. We don't really advertise and sort of shout about it. We're only a small company, and so we don't want to, should we say, shoot ourselves in the foot. But the people that know that we do a fantastic job, and therefore are willing to send the parts to us and wait the time that it takes to get these superb results. So keep that in mind. If it is something that you're interested in, we can do that for you, not a problem at all. For those of you that either want to have a go at trimming them yourselves, or perhaps a professional trimmer that's not particularly versed in E-types, we can offer help and advice. We've got lots of photos, and we're starting doing video guides for it all as well. So be sure to get in contact, whether you're a professional or an amateur hobbyist enthusiast, because we can help. And as with all of our videos, if anyone watches a decent amount of my videos on my channel, the reason I do this, or one of the reasons I do this, is to showcase our work. It's to really show and prove how good our kits are, the quality and workmanship, the fitment. You get a lot of people out there that, well, they're blinded by cheaper numbers and figures, and they think that everyone can supply the exact same stuff. It's not the case. You cannot compare apples with apples in this industry, certainly when it comes to interior trim and upholstery. And, you know, just take it as proof and evidence. You know, we've got the YouTube channel showcasing all of our work. We've got lots of photos on our website showing kits from all around the world that have been trimmed using our parts. So it's a show and prove that our parts actually do work. Do not assume that other companies out there can offer the same quality and workmanship, because they cannot, or very, very few can, rather. But yeah, enough on that. Be sure to check out the description below. There'll be lots of useful information about these seats on there, as well as useful links to our website, where to buy these parts, and contact us about it. And there's also some useful links to other videos that you might find applicable to your Series 1 4.2 E-Type. Just a bit of detail on these particular seats here. These are dark blue, which is an original colour for Jaguar, and we've used the smooth spec leather. Needs a bit of a wipe down. Smooth spec leather. We can also offer grained leather for most colours, and we can also offer Connolly Vomel, which is the official leather that Jaguar and many other marques used during this period of production. So we can offer that as well. There is a surcharge for that material, and again, check out the link below, because we've done a whole blog post on Connolly Vomel leather. I have Connolly Vomel in my Series 3 V12 Roadster. Lovely stuff, but like I say, it does come with a surcharge, so worth checking out that link below. But yeah, as you can see, lovely job, and yeah, like I say, this should be your benchmark, whether you're an amateur enthusiast or a professional trimmer. These are the results that you should be looking to attain at a bare minimum. We don't mind if people go the extra mile, and if you think there's any areas that you can make them look neater and improve them, then go for it. But this is the bare minimum, and as you can see, really nice results on those. So yeah, we're here to help with that, and obviously any of our customers that buy kits from us, we're more than happy to help and guide. A bit of detailing on the actual seats as well before I go. They are handed. You can see here, this is the right hand seat as you're sat in the car there, because it has the cutaway there for the gearbox tunnel. Left hand seat there, obviously the cutaway on the opposite side to that. The backrest covers are not handed, but obviously the crucial thing is to make sure the pleats are all lining up, which is the tough part of the trimming job, I would say, is to make sure you get those pleats lining up. We use a CNC CAD machine to do the slits in our pleat foam. Again, there will be a video showing this process here, so we know that our pleats are extremely consistent, and thus the sewing element of it, we cannot make an error with it. It's basically impossible for us to do it because of the pre-slit foams that we use. So it's up to the trimmer, the person fitting it, to make sure that as they're going along, they are matching up those pleats. I have a well, great but also terrible example from a couple of years ago of someone that's paid well, used trimmer in inverted commas, shall we, allegedly a trimmer, to trim his E-Type seats up using one of our seats cover kits, And obviously this customer got some really quite poor results, unfortunately, and the trimmer turned around and said it was the seat kit. I mean, the moquette on the back was all over the place, creases absolutely everywhere, but the main thing was the pleats just did not match up, and the trimmer tried to turn around and blame us, and I ended up saying, look, send your seats to us and we will sort these out. And I actually filmed the process to show that we didn't edit the seat covers at all, and we got them all to match up, because I wanted to show and prove that actually it was the trimmer that failed to do their job competently. So these are the sorts of things you have to really be aware of in this industry. And we are a very transparent, open and honest company, and we always have been and always will be. Family run. I'm second generation. I'm very proud of what my father's done, and I'm here to carry on that tradition. Quality and workmanship is in our DNA. Easiest way to make sure that everything's done right is just send us your seat frames. Most of them come apart pretty easily, and so you could actually send them some bits. This one is an exact example of that. They sent it a fairly long way to get to us here, but actually at the end of the day, or whatever it was, about 120 odd quid to send us some seat frames over the course of your usage and ownership of that car, to make sure that you had some beautiful seat covers in your car that's adoring eyes look upon. It comes out in a wash, I would say, so bear that in mind. Anyway, I've lost my way there. Apologies for rambling on. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe and share with other classic car enthusiasts. Of course, if you've got any comments, please do leave them below, and of course get in contact with us via our website. Fantastic. Be sure to tune in next time. Thanks very much. Bye bye.